Hi everyone, this is audapostrophe. Let's continue our game of Clanaad on Nintendo Switch. Now I've got like a bunch of music copyright notices from this game. I think almost every piece of music is from a separate artist with a separate copyright uh, claim. So we're just not going to have any background music. I know the background music means a lot to people who enjoyed the original anime in the 80s, I guess. Um, but yeah, Japanese copyright and music laws are they're incredibly complex. Now, unlike Western development, where like the entire package, the graphics, the music, the sound, the voice acting, usually all of that's wrapped up into a single copyright. But for the Japanese, usually the artists or the most notable artists actually have their music copyrighted separately from the game. So, of course, that makes it very difficult to do broadcasting on it. But with that being said, we're just going to miss out on the background music, so I apologize for that. But at least you'll be able to watch it because anybody who's caught the second episode without seeing it during the premiere, you're going to be getting like a lot of mutes, and I don't think it's enjoyable to watch with all the muting that has to go on. So it's better to do it this way. Anyway, let's continue. What do you mean?
なんでいいの？
That's awfully rude.
あ、ちょっとはしょりすぎたかな。なんでこんな時間に教室にいんの？
We got here on time. What else?
うーん、
She froze. Uh,
嘘でしょ。
is it that rare for me to be here on time?
珍しいっていうか、UFO 見る方が確率高いんじゃない？
Oh, guess my presence transcends even supernatural phenomena.
あ、ひょっとして昨日の放課後からずっと学校にいたとか？そうなんですか？
Like hell I did.
じゃあ、実はあんた偽物でしょ。え、岡崎くんじゃないんですか？
Where's the real one then? I let out a sigh and glanced at the sky. I fought my fate today. Kyo looks a little worried and places her hand on my forehead. I don't have a fever.
ん？
Don't give me that damn pitying look.
はあ、
Don't mock me.
どうしろってのよ。
Wouldn't you normally ask, what fate?
もしかして占いのことでしょうか？
Yeah, that's right.
ひょっとして寮に占いしてもらったの？
Yeah? After my response, Kyo looks at me with a weird expression on her face. What's with that look?
別に。あ、朝にも占ったの。なんて出た？えっと、うん、あれ？
Geez, Kyo, your sister is such a bird brain. Wham! Ouch!
なんか言った？
Didn't you hit me because you heard me?
思い出しました。優しい女の人と熱い衝撃の出会いがあるんです。身も心もリフレッシュできます。
Yep, that's it. Again, why are you looking at me like that? As she takes a breath, Kyo shakes her head and lays her hand on my shoulder. She then nods. Her eyes conceal a hint of pity.
頑張りなさいよ。
She says, and then leaves the classroom. What's that supposed to mean?
どういう意味でしょう？
Fujibayashi and I were left to puzzle over this mystery during the short time before the next bell. Second period begins. I drift off, lost in my own thoughts as the teacher drones on in the background. I think of the girl from yesterday, my own past. I, well, I think we're supposed to pick the top one. How about that girl from yesterday? That girl from yesterday. That cluttered pile of cardboard boxes. What a cruel sight to see. Don't be late tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try not to be. I wonder how things went this morning. These vague thoughts come to my mind as I stare out the window, chin in hand. Just as second period ends,
やあ、来てやったぜ。
Sunohara appears. Oh, what are you here for?
ゆうべ話したろ。友よって2年の女に勝負を挑むってさ。これから行くんだよ。
You were serious about that?
こういうのは初めが肝心なんだって。この学校はそんなに甘くないって教えてやらないとね。ほら、行くぞ。
Sure, let's go.
名前は
I think it was Tomio Sakagami, if I remember right.
せこいことしそうなちんけな名前だぜ。
Says the guy with the almost impossible to read last name.
関係ないでしょ。今クラス聞いてきた。2B だってよ。ここだ。
I look up at the number above the door. It reads 2B.
行くぞ。
Go by yourself.
行ってやるさ。
Sunohara brazenly enters the second year classroom. He catches a couple of guys chatting near the entrance and asks them something. He then comes back.
いねえってよ。
Won't she come back eventually if you just wait here?
さあどうかな。やらせで人気を稼ぐようなやつだからな。どっかの空き教室に男を連れ込んで。
And what?
そりゃ。
邪魔だ。
The girl shows Sunohara to the side and enters the classroom. Man, so you really are weak, aren't you? I say, crouching down next to him as he's lying face down in an awkward position.
工房も不意打ちには勝てず。
So, in that head of yours, Buddhists are martial artists or something? You really are a dumbass.
例えだろうが例え。
All of a sudden, he snaps and gets up. And how about you try saying it correctly?
知るかボケ。
Looks like he really is an idiot.
くそ、今のやつ叩きのめす。さっき僕を突き飛ばしたやつ、出てこい。
He shouts deep into the classroom. The classroom becomes still as death. From within, I can hear the grating noise of a chair's legs.
うるさいぞ。
A lone female student stands up. Her overpowering gaze pierces right through Sunohara.
岡崎さんよ。
Yeah, how lucky. Now you don't even have to pick a fight with her.
なんだ、私に言おうか。
すらかせよ、こら。
I don't really care what you do, but man, every single one of your lines sure are lame.
水を差すな、こら。
なんだ、さっきのことを怒ってるのか。入り口で立っていたら邪魔だろ。うちのクラスの連中も迷惑する。
知るか、こら。
わかった。次からはもう少し優しくしよう。
She tries to go back into the classroom.
おい、待てよ。
He grabs her by the shoulder.
なんだ、まだ用か。
謝って済む問題じゃねえんだよ。
いや、謝ってもいないが。
Man, you're sure being treated like a fool.
この廊下に出ろ。
She looks around her. There are a lot of people staring at us.
仕方のないやつだな。付き合ってやろう。
She leaves the classroom.
そういや昨日もこうして男とやり合ってたよな。
ああ、そうだったな。
ご苦労なこった。人気稼ぎも楽じゃないね。
人気稼ぎ？
やらせなんだろ。やらせ。女が男に勝てるはずありません。
Why is this the one thing you're being so damn critical about?
金でも渡して負けてもらってるんだろ。それとも金じゃなくてあっちの方？女の子はいいね。そういうのでバカな男は言いなりになっちゃうんだから。どうしたの？図星で何にも言えなくなっちゃったの？
喜べ。
何が？
同校の生徒には手を出すまいと思っていたんだがな。お前だけは特別に相手してやろう。そもそもお前自身素行の悪い不良生徒のようだからな。そうお咎めもないだろう。
Yeah, they won't, so give him your all.
お前どっちの味方だよ。
Not yours, that's for sure.
言ってろ。すぐに見直させてやるさ。惚れるなよ。
This guy is disgusting.
いつでも来いよ。
一応正当防衛にしたいからな。かかってきてくれ。
んなこと言って後悔すんなよ。
ああ、しない。自信あるからな。
いい気になってんじゃねえよ。死ねえや。
Sunohara throws a punch at her after those famous last words. At that very moment, I remembered. I'd heard rumors here and there that one at a time there had been an incredibly strong girl in this town. She would wander the town at night, prowling, hunting down any people who bothered innocent citizens. Illuminated under the moonlight, she would be absolutely terrifying and absolutely beautiful. That's the rumor I heard.
やられる前に言えよ。
Sunohara had been beaten to a pulp, and since classes had already started, Tomio had disappeared as well. Even if I had told you, you still wouldn't have stopped, right?
まあそうかもしれないけど、それでもだ。たく友達がいのないやつだ。
Sorry, but I don't think of us as friends.
思えよ。
You know, you were really lame just now, right? First you kept yapping on about being really strong despite appearances. And then when you actually go and pick a fight, you immediately get completely demolished. Man, that's such an embarrassing way to go. But even so, no matter how pathetic you are, at the very least, I alone will stay your friend forever, so don't worry.
友達だと思わなくていいです。
See?
くそ。なんでこんなことになっちまったんだよ。
It's because you're weak.
違うね。正直腕っぷしは強い方だぞ、僕は。
Ah, so that's why after you went and picked a fight, you immediately got completely demolished? Man, that's such an embarrassing way to go. But even so... Wait, what the hell is going on? Boy, a lot of lines just repeat. Is this thing broken? Yeah, I've noticed that a couple times so far where the text repeats lines of dialogue. Let's see. What's rewind? Rewind, I don't have touch. ZR. Let's just...
繰り返すな。
But hadn't you heard those rumors too?
ああ、知ってるさ。けどそれこそ噂だぜ。そんな化け物のようなやつが実在するなんて思わなかったんだよ。つうか、今だって思ってねえよ。
So then what? Do we conclude that you're even far weaker than even the average girl?
いや違う。なまってたんだ。
Are you talking about your brain?
腕だよ。急に動かしたからな。勘も取り戻せてなかったし。
So what do you plan on doing now?
もちろんリゾンベだ。
You mean revenge?
ああ、それリベンジだ。 岡崎、放課後付き合え。それまで僕は体を温めておく。
With that, he stands up and starts to walk away on unsteady feet. Don't you have anything better to do? Morning classes finally come to an end. How did these guys manage to sit through 4 hours of classes every morning? I was only able to stomach it because it was the first time in a while I'd made it to school in time for the first period. I guess I'll go eat lunch. The cafeteria is as crowded as ever today. I notice a girl standing quietly by the entrance of the cafeteria. She's completely still, waiting for the chaos to subside. If you just stand there, all that'll be left is Anpan. I approach her. Despite standing right in front of her, she doesn't notice me. It's as though she could never imagine meeting an acquaintance in a place like this. Hey. She takes several steps back in surprise.
岡崎さん。岡崎さんもいらしたんですね。
Yeah?
パンですか？
Yeah?
そうですか。パンとてもいいと思います。
What about you?
私ですか？
It somehow feels like she's forcing herself to act cheerful. Like she wants to show off her good side even to someone like me.
私は今日はアンパン以外のものを買ってみようかと思ったんですが。
She looks at the crowd of students.
やっぱり無理みたいです。
Did you even try to get one?
はい、一番早く教室を出ました。でも授業が終わるのが遅かったもので、すでにこんな状況でした。
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a girl to be able to get something popular unless her class let out early.
ちょっと残念です。
She did try, so I guess I don't have a choice. I'll go in there and get something for you. Which is why I tell her that.
そんな悪いですから。
I'm good at this kind of thing. Just leave it to me. What kind of bread do you want?
いえ、申し訳ないです。
Does a cutlet sandwich sound good?
カツサンドというと、一番の人気商品だという幻のですか？
Legends? They're just sandwiches, you know. So, cutlet sandwich.
私にはもったいないぐらいのパンです。いいんでしょうか？
Does it matter what I think? You just worry about getting one. You want one, right?
はい、ぜひいただいてみたいです。
Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
はい、お願いします。
I charge towards the crowded bread counter. I force my way through the other students to the front of the display case. But I'm far too late. Of course, there wouldn't be any cutlet sandwiches left at this point. I escape the crowded scene, gasping for breath.
大丈夫ですか？
Sorry, I can only get takoyaki bread.
いえ、全然構わないです。とても美味しそうです。
Really? Well, if you say so.
はい、初めて食べますから、とても楽しみです。
Well, here you go. 150 yen.
はい、少し待ってください。150円ちょうどです。
She takes out a cute wallet and places some coins in my hand.
ありがとうございました。
That's when I notice. I forgot to buy something for myself. The strength drains from my body and I hang my head. What am I doing?
どうしましたか？
She asks me as I continue to stand still after taking her money. I haven't bought anything for myself yet.
だったらこれは岡崎さんが食べてください。
No, it's fine. I'll just wait for the crowd to die down.
それだとアンパンしか残らないです。代わりに私が買ってきます。
What?
どんなのがいいですか？
Some kind of bread with toppings on it.
コロッケパンとか焼きそばパンですね。
Yeah?
それでは行ってきます。
Furukawa goes to stand at the end of the line, leaving me behind. She doesn't seem to have any intention whatsoever of forcing her way through the scores of people.
すみません。アンパンになってしまいました。
A wry smile finds its way onto my face. Well, that's fine. I'm okay with Anpan.
私のたこ焼きパンと
It's fine. I used to eat these things like crazy.
アンパンはあまり食べないですか？
Barely ever. I can't remember the last time I had one.
なら久しぶりに食べてみてください。美味しいです。
But then, of course, I don't like sweets. After that, we moved to the courtyard to eat our food. You know, I'm the same way as you. Always late for school. I'm a delinquent. I'm notorious around here for goofing off too much at night and being chronically late for class as a result. I just so happened to not be late today, but I'm pretty sleepy now because of it. I let out a yawn.
本当ですか？
Yeah, just last night I didn't get home until 4 in the morning.
タバコとか吸ってるんですか？
No, I'm one of those non-smoker hoodlums.
ならよかったです。私、タバコの煙ダメですから。うちのお父さんはすごくタバコ吸うんです。お父さんの部屋入れないです。タバコ臭くて。
Oh.
服とかにもたくさん匂いついてて、すぐ洗わないといけないし、大変なんです。
Feels like it's the first time I've seen her smile. I wonder if she's usually smiling like this at home. At least her family cares for her. I feel relieved knowing that. Hey, what are you doing after this?
はい。何のことですか？
Well, you know, after the way the whole drama club thing turned out.
物置でしたね。
Yeah, unfortunately the club was shut down. I remembered hearing rumors about it after the fact. There was no point in hiding it from her. I let her know just how it was.
廃部ということは、もうこの学校には演劇部がないんでしょうか？
That's right, it doesn't. It was the last hope she was hanging on to at this place, and now...
仕方ないです。誰も悪くないですから。
Yeah, there isn't. You were just unlucky.
そうですね。
She seems to have accepted the news much better than I'd expected.
カツサンド。
Sorry, I couldn't get one.
いえ、今のはその、わがまま言ってるわけじゃなく、いつか食べられたらいいなということでして。
Now I remember. This is what she does to keep pushing herself forward. Which means that what I just told her must be weighing heavily on her mind. That's no real surprise, though. She doesn't have any friends, and the drama club she wanted to join so badly is no longer around.
誰か見てます、こっち。
She peers up at one of the school building's windows. Oh, you're right.
私たち、邪魔じゃないでしょうか。
Nah, we've been here this whole time, haven't we?
そうですよね。
Try waving at them. Wave your hand at them and smile while you do it. That might give them something to talk about, or that might give them something to talk to you about.
私一人ですか？
Yeah, I mean, what do you think would happen if I was to wave? There's a girl up there, you know.
やってもいいと思いますけど。
Well, it looked like I was hitting on them if I was the one to wave. Come on, you can do it yourself. I raise her hand for her.
にこやかにでしたっけ？
Yeah, a big smile.
えへへ。
She flaps her hand back and forth through the air with a grin on her face. The figure at the window disappears without warning. Her expression freezes.
カツサンド。
Sorry about that.
いえ。今のはわがまま言ってるわけじゃなくてですね。
She repeats the same excuses over again. Nom, 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 nom.
びっくりするくらい美味しいです。これ。えへへ。
The two of us keep our heads affixed to the sky. I wonder if someone will ever come down from the heavens to help her.
もしできるなら。
Furukawa begins to speak.
演劇部をまた作りたいです。
Hearing those words makes me happy. I'm not sure if she was even capable of saying something that positive when we first met. Then you should do it. It's easy.
本当ですか？
Yeah, as long as you're dedicated enough.
でも大変なことだと思います。だからできれば岡崎さん、部長になってください。
A pork cutlet bowl.
はい。
Oh, I was thinking how much I'd like the pork cutlet bowls at the cafeteria, that's all. Anyway, you're the one who ought to be the club president. I'm not even interested in plays.
そうですか。残念です。
You better not tell me you're giving up because of that.
でも一人きりは寂しいです。
Well, the solution to that problem is easy. Just get more club members. She looks worried. Or to be more accurate, she seems to be regretting doing something that she can't take back. I feel a little bit sorry for her. I guess I should help her. But you know, I decided to speak up. I won't join the club, but I can at least help you find people who will. Her eyes open wide and she looks at me.
本当ですか？
Yeah, I promise. I'll do everything I can to help you out until you become a wonderful club president.
なら頑張ってみます。
All right. What am I happy about? I just promised to spend a bunch of my time helping out the drama club. At the time of the year when everybody's busy cramming for entrance exams. No. I'm more like her than them anyway. Even the bystander detached and watching from afar.
何か言いましたか？
Or ever the bystander attached or detached and watching from afar. No, wouldn't it be great if something like half of the school joined the drama club?
多すぎです。
Oh, well, it's always a good idea to set your sights high, so let's pretend that's our goal.
ええ、多すぎですけどわかりました。
You can do it, Furukawa-san. It's my first time calling her by that name.
はい。
During classes after lunch, I look out from the window and see a certain student bunny hopping, still in his school uniform. If you put that much work into sports or studying, you would have turned out great. Homeroom ends and it's after school. Tsunohara comes up to me, weaving his way through the students heading home.
ついにこの時が来たな。
Your hair is pretty messed up. What kind of training have you been off doing?
最後は鉄棒に足でぶら下がって逆さ腹筋さ。
Even the sports clubs don't do that kind of harsh training.
ようやく体が動き始めたって感じだよ。
I see, so your sleeping sphincter muscles have finally awakened.
ああ、バリバリ目覚めたよ。近づくと危ないぜ、ボーイ。
What, is he gonna strangle me to death with his butthole?
準備万端。行くぞ。
何なんだ？こんな場所まで呼び出して。
We confront Tomoyo in a deserted hall in the old school's building. This guy here is my friend, Tsunohara. Please, just spare a little time to listen to what he has to say. All he wants is to show you the pure feelings he has for you.
今から告るみたいなシチュエーション作るなよ。朝はよくもやってくれたな。
やったも何も、ふっかけてきたのはそっちだろ。
んなもん関係ねえ。要は結果だ。
こいつバカだろ。
Alright.
二人意気投合するな。
Calm down, Tsunohara. Just take deep breaths.
って誰が慌てさせてんだよ。くそ、単価がむちゃくちゃだ。もういい。さっきは腕がなまっていただけだ。けど今は違うぜ。
懲りないやつだな。差は歴然だったろ。その差がこの短時間でどう詰まる。やめておけ。
Tsunohara is being admonished by a junior, and a girl at that.
なめられたもんだな。
It's probably natural, considering she absolutely demolished you earlier.
まあ聞けよ。友よと言ったが、
なんだ。
登板間隔が空きすぎるとな。いいピッチャーだって打たれちまうんだよ。
Sunohara, that's a really lame metaphor.
昔の江夏を見ろ。日本シリーズでの連投。あれこそ僕の戦い方だね。
Just stop it already. I can't even follow anymore.
こいつは何が言いたいんだ。
Tomoyo looks at me with a pained face. Sorry, I actually don't know this guy.
ありまくるだろ。つか人が話してる時によそ見をするんじゃねえよ。
工場が長いんだ。要点だけ言え。
つまりだ、さっきは腕がなまっていただけということだ。
それさっき言ったじゃないか。
あれっていいんだよ。何遍も言いたいんだよ。言わせろ。
悪いがお前みたいなしつこいやつは何人も見てきた。けど結果は同じだった。悪いことは言わないからもうやめておけ。それともなんだ、学校に来れないぐらいにならないと気が済まないのか。
Even when faced with a situation like this, she can say a line like that. Tsunohara, who was actually the one who came to pick a fight with her, starts to become flustered. It must be because of her immense composure. However, even Tsunohara can't back down after coming this far, so he tries putting up a front of bravado as hard as he can.
学校に来れなくなるのは、さてどっちかな。
That'd be you.
回答すんなよ。
おい、そこの部外者のようでいて関係者。
Apparently that's me.
弁護してくれるな。正当防衛だったと。
Yeah, and in the future as well, no matter how many times you need me.
よし、いいだろう。なら相手してやる。
すげえ自信だな、おい。
どうしてほしい。しばらく地上の人じゃなくしてやろうか。
That sounds like fun.
そういうのは得意だ。任せておけ。
んなことできるかよ。つべこべ言ってねえでかかってこいよ。
ああ。
It takes just an instant for her to dash right up to Tsunohara.
え、くそー。
Tsunohara holds out his arms in defense, but in vain. She slips right through them, leaving the two face to face. Then, using the momentum accumulated from her dash, she unleashes onto him a massive flurry of kicks. Oh, he really is flying.
関係者、ダストシュート。
Huh? Oh. I quickly run up to the garbage disposal chute that's set in the wall and open the lid. Whew. With her final kick, Tsunohara is sent plunging head first into the open hole in the wall.
助けてくれ。
まあ、肩の力を抜け。
Bit by bit, he slides further in.
嘘だろ。岡崎、助けてくれ。
Chlunk. His body sinks further and further into the wall. If you didn't know the situation, it would look like the lower half of someone's body is attached to the wall. It's an extremely eerie-looking sight. Chlunk.
うわー。
Only the tips of his shoes clutching to the edge of the wall are left visible.
これ、外すと落ちるが。どうする？落ちたいか。そうか。わかった。
僕、何も答えてないっす。
With the flick of a finger, Tomoyo removes Tsunohara's grip on the chute.
容赦なしっすかって、うわー。
His wail of death slowly fades off into the distance. Suddenly, her body stiffens.
まずい。死んだかも。
Nah, it's him we're talking about. He'll be just fine. I answer her refreshingly, and top it off with a big thumbs up.
そうか。安心した。
I base that on absolutely nothing, by the way. We laugh together as if we're in some sort of teen drama.
まあ、これであいつも懲りただろ。
I hate to disappoint you, but he's not the kind of guy who will learn his lesson just like that.
だとしたら迷惑だ。 やめさせるように言ってくれ。
It'd sure be nice if he were the type to actually listen to what I have to say.
友達じゃなかったのか？
I'm really not sure. I only hang out with him because it's fun watching him go crazy.
ということは、こんなことがまだ続くのか。
Well, until he gets tired of it at least.
厄介なことに巻き込まれたものだな。
Well, if it really starts bothering you, just tell me.
すでに十分困っているぞ。
Honestly, you don't look too bothered. You don't look too bothered by it to me. Perhaps worrying that she might be sweating, she tugs her turtleneck shirt and puts her nose underneath. After taking a deep breath, she adjusts her collar back to normal.
だけどな、お前たちを見ていると懐かしい感じもする。そうやって無茶ができることもいいと思う。
You've been doing some awfully crazy things here too, you know. Better yet, you've done things even far more incredible in the past, if those rumors are to be believed. I wonder if she's been trying to restrain herself these days.
もしお前に良心が少しでもあるなら、あいつを止めるようにしてくれ。
Maybe, if I feel like it.
期待しているぞ。
Saying that, she leaves. Okay, what's next? Maybe I should go... I'm standing in front of the drama club room. I'm back here again. Do I really feel that much of a sense of responsibility? I'm even ignoring my schoolwork, so why am I going to these lengths? I hear the pitter-patter of footsteps and turn around. Furukawa is heading in my direction in a half run.
岡崎さん。
I hear joy in her voice as she says my name. She trots up and stands beside me.
びっくりしました。誰かいるって思ったら岡崎さんでした。
Geez, sorry to disappoint you.
違います。違う人を期待してたわけじゃないです。岡崎さんでよかったです。知ってる人が待ってくれてるなんて思わなかったですから。すごく嬉しくて走ってきてしまいました。
I see. While I may be cold and insensitive to her, I'm the one person she can talk to.
今から何かしますか？
Well, I open the door. The floor is carpeted with strewn cardboard boxes and equipment. I guess we could start by cleaning.
ですよね。まず物をどかさないといけないです。
Yep. We carry the stuff into a different empty classroom, then get cleaning supplies from yet another empty classroom before finally getting to work. We dust the place, sweep it with a broom, then wipe it down with cloths. As the setting sun starts to beam into the room, it's finally in good enough shape for us to use for club activities. I guess this is good enough.
はい、
Furukawa's eyes gleam as they survey the area.
できました。私たちの部室です。
Our room? I'm not a club member, you know.
お、
Her expression suddenly changes, tears forming along the bottom of her now glassy eyes. But this is one thing I have to make crystal clear. The most I'm going to do is help you find club members.
演劇楽しいです。
I don't have any interest in them.
本当にないんですか？
Yeah, sorry, I don't.
うん、
A look of depression washes over her face. I've never even done anything that would have suggested a shred of interest to begin with. Listen, Furukawa,
はい。
I'll find people in no time. Just leave it to me.
いえ、そういう問題じゃなくて、岡崎さんにいてほしいと思っただけです。何人集まろうとです。
Well, I'm happy that you feel that way, but... Well, I'll think about it. How's that? I'll leave the issue vague.
はい、お願いします。
Yeah, my role here ends with gathering new club members. Once I do that, she'll have lots of people at school to talk to, and then she definitely won't need to cling to me any longer. That's as far as I'll meddle in her life. The two of us walk down the hill, barely any other students in sight. A small part of me doesn't want to go home. No, A big part, actually. I'm pretty hungry.
はい、着きました。
I'd sure like to get something to eat.
食べたいです。
Do you want to go eat somewhere? I try inviting her.
外食ですか？
Yeah, sounds wild and dangerous, right?
でも私は家に帰ってご飯作るお手伝いをしないとダメなんです。
Forget about that.
お母さんだけに任せておけないですから。
She says the words and smiles. She must not mind doing it at all. Her actions are enough to show me that her home is probably a warm, loving one.
岡崎さんは家でご飯食べないんですか？
There's nothing to eat, even if I did go home.
お
The silence lingers for a moment, heavy with implications.
その
She tries to say something to salvage the conversation, but I tell her before she does. My old man is doing fine. My mom isn't around, though.
じゃあお父さんと晩ご飯食べないんですか？
Yeah, kind of hard to really, seeing as we're fighting all the time. I describe the situation in a way that makes it easier to understand. I doubt anyone would truly get how terrible the situation is at this point. I'm the only one who does.
何かあったんですか？
Yeah, a lot. So much that it can't be undone. She falls silent, seemingly worried that she's taken the conversation in an awkward direction. It's no big deal, though. That's just how single-father households are. In fact, it'd be kind of weird if two guys lived that close and were friendly with each other. I tack some comments on in an attempt to smooth things over.
そうですか。でもどこかで
She puts her hands together in front of her chest.
喧嘩していてもどこかで通じ合っていればいいです。
She comes to her conclusion. Yeah. I take a breath, filling my lungs and collecting my thoughts. It's strange. Why did I just tell her so much about my family stuff?
もし迷惑でなければ晩ご飯ご招待します。
Maybe it was because I was waiting to hear those words. I just wanted to get as far away from my house as possible. Are you sure that's all right?
構わないです。私の友達って言えば快く迎えてくれます。これには自信あります。
I see. They really must be a happy family. While I hesitate for a moment at the thought of barging into someone else's place, I'm even more reluctant to go back to my own home. So, rather than being modest, I decide to take part in their meal.
ここからまっすぐ行くと公園があって、その正面にパン屋があります。
Okay,
そのパン屋がうちです。
got it.
それではうちで待っててください。すぐ私も戻りますので。
Okay, see you there.
はい。
She says after I grab the back of her collar. Hold on, why are we splitting up here first?
ダメでしょうか？
Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, if you're not around to introduce me to your parents, I can't just traipse into your place. They'll think I'm just some sketchy dude calling himself your friend.
大丈夫です。制服着てますから。
You're missing the point. Hell, it'd be even weirder if your parents let a stranger right into their house and we all started watching TV together like one big happy family.
だから自信あるんです。うちの家族はそういうことを気にしないです。不気味じゃないです。とても自然に接してくれます。
That's pretty nuts. What kind of family are they? I can't even imagine. I look up to the sky. Oh no. One look back down, she's already far away, facing me and waving.
公園まで行ったらわかりますので。
She calls out the words from a distance, then leaves. I'm left all alone. She really is ignorant about how society works, isn't she? I'm now keenly aware of this fact. I guess I'll buy a boxed lunch again and head to Sunohata's room. I turn around and head back as I mutter under my breath. But then my legs stop. What would she do if I disappeared right now? She'd probably go look for me. I've got myself into a rather sticky situation here, haven't I? I feel irritated all of a sudden. irritated at myself for getting into this mess in the first place. Nothing would have happened if I hadn't done anything. Ah, damn it. I shake my head to snap out of it. Yeah, I just have to do what she told me. I need to be as natural as possible. If I am, then everything will go off without a hitch. And if that's the case, I won't have to regret today. All that'll happen is I'll eat dinner at her house, then head home. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what I'll do. I pivot on my heel and start walking once more, further thinking about how to turn this unnatural predicament into a natural one. So, this is the place, huh? Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audapostrophe. You've been watching... Can I get to the title screen here? Yeah. There we go. You've been watching Clanaad on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, boy, it's a real interesting premise. You have a girl who's really kind of distant and aloof, and every other main character is kind of an unpleasant person. Actually, the two girls so far are pleasant, or actually all the female characters have been pleasant so far. It's really only the men that are sort of morons, and unfortunately the main character is one. But you know, we'll see what happens as the story goes on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.